Jam nights. They are an event, a gathering, a ritual, a safe space, a lifeline. Jam nights are musical events of a small scale that happen everywhere. Taking many forms, they give musicians a space to perform, often to the backing of a house band, often on their own. There's no rules and varying time limits, they are the backbone of any self-respecting, gigging musician's calendar, who keeps themselves busy.
In my opinion, jam nights serve as a platform for musicians, from beginners to seasoned musicians who've been gigging for years, to those that have just started to perform in a live setting in front of not a studio audience, but an audience, people in a pub who've just come in either to enjoy the music knowing it's on, or like in weeks and years past, where they've just happened upon it and then stayed for the night and then they've become regulars. It also gives a musician, seasoned or whatever, the extra confidence to push themselves to learn more stage experience and gain knowledge of what goes on behind the scenes. Because what people generally see is just what's out there, and they think you can get on stage and be absolutely fantastic, not knowing what goes on. Yeah.
To play with others as well as a fresh and communal experience, music is a universal language shared by all and a conversation in itself. It's a social event. You never know who's going to walk through them doors and what they're going to play, and in the best periods, you'll never play the same song twice. It brings with it a load of networking opportunities, as you never know who might need a new band member or need a gig to be organised.
The benefits for me are playing on stage with other musicians, such as yourself, Harry Marshall, Paul, Andy, my drummer, any musician. Whether you think you're really good or whether you think you're really bad, doesn't matter to me. We're all up there together, we're all enjoying it together. And if we see someone struggling, we help them along a little bit, just nurture them on stage with our instruments, which sounds impossible, but it is possible to do, isn't it? If it doesn't work out, you just back off. Yeah. It's a great feeling. It's the right place to be.
Many jam nights have sprung up since the reopening of hospitality, and some accuse managers and landlords of cheapening out. After all, why pay one act £150 for 3 hours when you can get 9 or 10 to play for nothing? The maths makes sense, leading some to entirely replace their live lineup. The routes of progression are dwindling, and while the lack of financial incentive might appeal to the bedroom guitarist who started this as a hobby over various lockdowns, it drives away the committed and the professional folk.
Well, jam nights are great for musicians to keep playing in the live setting, such as you said. It's great for everyone to get involved as the musicians can keep up the practice in these jam nights. Some don't get to gig regularly, and instead of playing in your bedroom, play at a jam night. It's a great setting. However, the musicians that do turn up, they don't get paid. They might, like at this venue, every now and then the brewery, through the landlord, they might give you a free beer every now and then. It doesn't happen regularly. So they just come for the passion, but that doesn't pay the bills. Some semi-pro and pro musicians who need a full-time job can't rely on jam nights. Even if they were hosting a jam nights, they might get 20-30 quid in the pocket. That doesn't pay any bills. So what people need to do is to keep supporting live music venues. People need to practice with the bands, get up and going, become a professional musician, become a semi-pro musician, get out there, get in the pubs. Even if you have to play a couple for free, which is not the way to do it because of all the time and effort that you put in and the thousands of hours of practicing, you've got to get paid. It's a job. It's a way of life for a lot of people. And if people don't support pubs, clubs, festivals, music venues, we're going to lose live music. And that'd be a shame.
Of course, it has to be said that this is an ongoing conversation. The situation may change again as we travel out of or into the darkness of the COVID-19 pandemic. But until that moment, there aren't many better places to find your next favourite